Alexandra Eala receives message from the Philippines House of Representatives after recent success. Alexandra Eala advanced to the Philippine Women's Open quarterfinals on Wednesday after defeating Himino Sakitsum in straight sets. Eala was clinical against her Japanese opponent, winning 5 of her 7 breakpoint opportunities before closing out the match 6-4, 6-0. Eala, the second seed in Manila, will face 5th-seeded Camila Osorio in the last 8. The Filipina has become one of the most popular figures on the WTA Tour since her breakout performance at the 2025 Miami Open. The 20-year-old enjoyed an excellent 2025 campaign following her success in Florida, winning her first Grand Slam match and becoming the first Filipina in history to break into the WTA Top 50. On Monday, Eala was congratulated for her recent successes by the Philippines House of Representatives. The Philippines House of Representatives congratulate Alexandra Eala. In a message on the Philippines House of Representatives X, formerly Twitter account, Alexandra Eala was commended for her efforts at the 2025 U.S. Open and 2025 Guadalajara W125K event. The post read, "The House adopted House Resolution number 660, resolution congratulating and commending world tennis champion Alexandra Alex Maniego Eala for her historic and outstanding performances in the 2025 United States Open Women's Singles main draw held at Flushing Meadows, New York City from August 18 to September 7, 2025, and in the 2025 World Tennis Association Guadalajara 125 Open held in Guadalajara, Mexico from September 2 to 7, 2025. At the 2025 U.S. Open, Eala stunned 14th seed Clara Tauson to become the first player from the Philippines to win a Grand Slam match in the Open era. Remarkably, Eala trailed 1-5 in the final set against Tauson before launching an almighty comeback. Eala eventually won the contest 6-3, 2-6, 7-6. Eala's U.S. Open run was ended 3 days later when she lost to Cristina Buxa in straight sets. Shortly after, Eala won her first WTA 125 title by defeating Panarudvadi at the 2025 Guadalajara 125 Open final. By doing so, she became the first Filipino to win a WTA 125 event. 3 years ago, Himino Sakitsum won her only previous match against Eala, defeating the Filipina 6-0, 6-3 at the Japan Open Tennis Championships in Osaka. On Wednesday, Eala avenged that loss, leveling her record at 1-1 with Sakitsum. Eala faces Camila Osorio in the next round. Osorio, the world number 84, lost in the Australian Open first round to An Lee. Eala and Osorio have never played each other before in a professional tennis match. Alexandra Eala receives message from the Philippine House of Representatives after recent success. The sun had just begun to peek through the curtains of a modest Manila apartment, casting a warm golden glow over the trophies lined up like miniature sentinels on the shelves. Alexandra Eala sat at her study desk, a cup of tea steaming beside her, as she scrolled through messages on her phone. The world was waking up, yet for Alexandra, this morning felt different. It carried a weight of recognition she had never experienced before. It started as an ordinary day, punctuated by the usual routines of training, stretching, and schoolwork. But Alexandra noticed a notification with an unfamiliar sender, the official account of the Philippine House of Representatives. Her curiosity piqued. She tapped on the message, and what unfolded was a flood of pride and emotion that made her hands tremble slightly. The message read, "Congratulations on your remarkable achievements in international tennis. Your dedication and success have brought honor to the Philippines. The House of Representatives recognizes your hard work, perseverance, and the example you set for young Filipinos everywhere. We are proud of you." Alexandra blinked several times, letting the words sink in. Recognition from the nation's legislative body? She had heard of athletes receiving medals, awards, and even endorsements, but a personal acknowledgement from the House of Representatives was rare, something that transcended ordinary applause. It was a validation that her relentless hours on the tennis court, the sweat and the strain, and the moments of doubt she had quietly endured, were not just her own journey. They were part of the country's story. Sitting back, she recalled her recent success in the international tennis arena. The months leading up to her victory had been a blur of early mornings, relentless drills, and international tournaments that tested not only her skill but her resilience. From the moment she held her first racket as a child to now, winning against top-ranked players from around the globe, Every point she scored carried the weight of years of discipline and unwavering ambition. Receiving the message from the House of Representatives was more than just an honor. It was a reminder of the broader impact of her journey. Alexandra realized that her personal victories were a symbol of what Filipino athletes could achieve on the world stage. She thought about the young kids in provincial towns who played tennis on cracked courts or improvised fields, dreaming of championships far beyond their reach. In that moment, she felt connected to them, aware that her story could ignite their aspirations. As the morning progressed, Alexandra shared the message with her family. Her mother's eyes sparkled with tears, and her father's prideful grin seemed to brighten the room. Her siblings crowded around, exclaiming and teasing, their laughter mingling with the sense of achievement that hung in the air. For them, this recognition wasn't just a formal message. It was a celebration of the sacrifices and collective belief that had propelled Alexandra forward. The honor sparked reflection. Alexandra thought about the people who had shaped her journey, the coaches who had pushed her beyond comfort zones, the teammates who had shared countless hours of drills, and the friends who had encouraged her when the pressure seemed insurmountable. She realized that every accolade, every acknowledgement, was built on a foundation of community, mentorship, and support that extended far beyond the tennis courts. Later that day, as news of the message spread through social media and news outlets, Alexandra began receiving messages from fans, fellow athletes, and young tennis enthusiasts. Many expressed how inspired they were by her persistence and how her story encouraged them to pursue their dreams with renewed vigor. Alexandra felt an unfamiliar but gratifying responsibility. Her success was no longer solely hers. It was part of a national narrative, a chapter in the ongoing story of Filipino excellence and perseverance. In the midst of the celebrations, Alexandra also contemplated the journey ahead. Recognition from the House of Representatives, while deeply meaningful, was a milestone rather than a destination. She knew that her next tournaments, international circuits, and rigorous training sessions awaited her. But the message also served as a beacon, a reminder that her hard work resonated beyond personal ambition. It was proof that excellence, integrity, and dedication could leave a mark that inspires others and brings honor to a nation. That evening, after a long day of interviews and social media acknowledgments, Alexandra returned to her quiet study. She placed her phone down and looked at her collection of trophies, medals, and certificates. Each one told a story, but the message from the